Good morning. Welcome to Elisa Marie Designs. I am Elisa Maria. Welcome back if you're back. Welcome if you are new. We are working today on Ivan Valachovic, Vision of the Past. I'm going to turn my camera around and we're going to unveil some secrets to this canvas that I don't think anyone noticed yet. I'm so excited. I love Ivan Valachovic. I'm in love with this canvas, so let's get to it. Where we are in this canvas right here. I have a little baby bit to do here. I'll do that on my own. I want to get to this juicy, colorful part of the canvas here. And just look how spectacular that color is. It's so gorgeous. I am probably going to give you one of my greatest tips that I love to use. So I learned this through doing the editing to the videos that I create. And I would look at stuff through my camera and be like, I didn't notice that. Here's one thing that I didn't notice. I'm dying to. And in fact, maybe I will. You know how I am. I just fly by the seat of my pants. There's never any script here. But I love right above the bed. I love these photo albums that we have here. Photo albums. These framed pictures. And I believe that these pictures in these frames are other portraits that he has done. Now, this one in particular, I think I've seen on his Instagram. And I'm going to go and see if I'm right. And if I am, I'm going to pop it up. Because that's another thing I want to tell you guys. If you're looking for Ivan Valachovic on Instagram, I'm not even 100% sure. But he has another name on Instagram. And he does these fabulous portraits. I don't think any of them are diamond paintings. But he gives a little story, and you guys know how I love my stories. So then here's another set of frames that are hanging above the bed, a bookcase. And again, there's these little photos in here, and I'm wondering, are they from portraits that he has on his Instagram that he popped in there? How amazing, right? So the tip is, when you get a canvas and you're looking at it through a camera like I am right now, I do an unboxing and I'm looking at things, and then I'm not really paying attention to my camera. This is just sitting, stable on a desk, and I'm maybe have it pointed to an area, but I'm not looking through my camera. I'm looking at what I'm looking at, like you, on the canvas. And then it's when I go back and I go and edit and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see that when I did the unboxing. Oh gosh, I feel so terrible that I didn't see that and I didn't point it out, but I don't think anybody sees it. Anyway, I was going through this canvas. Well, I was actually going through my canvas. Talk about editing. I was doing a short for one of my angels, and it happens all the time. I look at the canvas, I'm looking at it, everything looks good, and then I go to do the short and I'm running the camera over the canvas and I'm like, there's a whole row of drills that are missing here. Like, you just don't see it. I think we kind of get blinded by the canvas, which is why I tell you, like, if your eyes are getting tired, look away, look somewhere else, and then look back down at your canvas. I have other tips for that too when it comes to I just put those drills away, and I looked for this symbol and looked, and then I put the drills away, and then there it is. That's because you looked away. But I have another trick for that too that we'll talk about. I got to remind myself. I have to write. I say it every video that I do. I have to start writing things down. I never do. But now I am using my back camera here, and I'm telling you, I couldn't wait to let this little secret out, but I don't think that my back camera is actually picking it up like it did when I was using my front camera. Let me see here. I think my back camera is such high resolution that it's almost blurring what I saw when I was looking at this through my front camera. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to switch it around. So hold on. Okay, well, the resolution on this camera is just to die for, which is why, my heart breaks every time I say I'm not an Apple girl, because I found the Apple phone so much easier to use. But the camera on this phone, this Galaxy, I believe it's the Galaxy Ultra S20, is just phenomenal. So I was looking at my canvas, and something has been sticking out in my head since I watched Lizette Craft and Tells, and she was talking about Cozy Cabin from Dreamer Design, I believe, also. And she did this beautiful canvas, and she said, the snow has a crystal everywhere, like these crystals, or they may have been ABs. She's like, the snow has crystals everywhere, and if you're just imagining that these were mountains, and on the top of the mountain, she's like, I can. It makes sense that there's light on the top of the mountain because it's closest to the sun, but then we all know that's going to cause a shadow, and she just couldn't comprehend the glitter drills on the bottom of the snow. And when she took them out and replaced them painstakingly, took them all out and replaced them, it brought the other drills out, whereas before it was just distracting from them. So I've had this in my head, and I said, you know what? Before I do a section, I'm going to look and see where the crystals are and does it make sense? Because if it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to use it. But then again, this is the type of canvas which is surreal. And he has deliberately, there's always this spark of light somewhere in his canvases. So here is where this is. To me, it seems like a sunrise. And not, it could be a sunrise, it could be a sunset, but the light is shooting out almost like across everywhere, and everything is enhanced, very bright, very neon. This is almost like this is like a neon light everywhere. And so, yes, it made sense to me that light would be here and here, but is it hitting these globes behind? Is it bouncing off of here? So then I'm looking at where the light is, and I'm saying to myself, this whole thing looks kind of familiar to me. This whole way that this chest is here. And I started to look at it, and I'm like, oh, it's starting to come into vision here. This looks like a skyline. This looks like a skyline here. Is it a reflection of this? It couldn't be because it's bouncing this way. But I see a skyline in here, and I was just amazed by it. I'm like, visions of the past. What is in this chest? Because that, to me, if I had to think of like a skyline, it reminds me a lot of New York. So I noticed that, and I love also this book that is here, open. There's an open book. I actually have to pull away to get it like more in focus. There's an open book here. But also, and you can't see it right away, and it'll probably come into view, there's almost like a skyline underneath the bed too, which I was like, are you kidding me? Is that like another skyline there? Is that what vision of the past is? You know, under the bed where we dream. But look at that picture now. Look at that. Look at those picture frames now. I'm going to go on Instagram and I'm going to pull the actual photo that I think this is another one of his canvases. But how cool to have an Ivan Valachovic inside of an Ivan Valachovic inside of an Ivan Valachovic. I just love it. And then there's like a Jumbotron over here. There's so much to see in this canvas that I've actually forgotten already what I've seen so far. I love the quilt with all the multicolors in it. And I love getting to know him a little bit more every time that I go to his Instagram, every time that I look at something that he's put up. I have, and I've said this a million times, this looks like a little computer here, maybe on or maybe a Jumbotron. Is it outside? Because this is a desk here. So I was looking through my photos. I actually was looking for something. And you know, when you go into your file and you look for something, if you don't have it tagged, it's just like, oh, I'm looking for a piano, right? And I'll find everything but the piano picture that I want. And then I go and look something up like flower, and oh, there's the picture. You know, do you ever have that experience? And I found photographs that I did years ago when I was on a cruise. I'm going to put this up too. I think if I can find it now, I have to look up cruise ship or maybe Dominican Republic or whatever. And I found I was on land and I was looking at another cruise ship pull out, and I actually did it with this effect of neon, and the crew, you can hear the people on the boat, they're dancing and all. It actually looks like something that I was like, well, no wonder why I'm so drawn to this. And I had a few pictures that I did in this fashion of making it just look surreal or like ultra bright and neon. So I'm going to pull that out for you. But I love looking at this, and I do believe that that's a skyline that he just transposed onto that, and it's upside down. And at first I thought it was a reflection, but it can't be, because here's the bed. The bed is getting the sunlight, what's bouncing off the floor. But I am going to use my camera. I probably won't change any of the crystals here, even if I think, well, the light is not hitting that, because I think that that is the effect that he wants to have in his portrait, is that he wants to have this surreal photograph. This is, I believe that this is a photograph, and I believe that he used AI. Well, he did use, it is AI generated, but I don't believe that the whole photo is AI generated. I believe that this is probably a photograph and that he manipulated it this way. And then even here, like I'm saying to you, I think that this is a sunrise, but you have stars in the sky. So it's just an amazing, you can just fall into this. And I'm just pointing out these little details that we have to look forward to in doing this canvas. So let's get to it. I'll tell you a little bit more about Ivan. I have to take my drills out, and I wanted to have my desk totally clear while I did this, and we'll get to chatting. And we're back. I really do think that every time I sit down to do a diamond paint, or sit down to diamond paint, I feel like I'm in someone else's room. I'm all turned around again because I changed everything around again. And does my washi tape not want to cooperate this morning? Well, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to section off this beautiful globe here, and try to do this and not disturb you guys once again, where I have to move you. I finally got this in a position where my hand is not in the way. When I was doing Self-Care Sunday, I'm like, your hand is in the way. Oh. So let's see here. Do I have... Well, I'm going to be a little bit higher, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. And I believe that this is the washi tape that I just can't cut with a ruler. I have to cut it with the knife because it's really... Oh, there it goes. Maybe my ruler wasn't strong enough. I had my ruler that I use. How many inches did I actually make this? Oh my gosh, it's close to 6 inches. Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to have some fun then. I think too with this type of canvas where I've been talking about how it is tight. The canvas field is tight. I like to have some room to really use my multi-placer. But this is Art Dot washi tape. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Bring you down. What do I have stuck on here? Something. There we go. Now I have to make a cut with the X-Acto knife. This kind of makes me, I'm so ginger with it that I don't even really cut through it because I'm so scared of this. Because I used to work a lot with this X-Acto knife, doing, fussy cutting when I was doing rubber stamping. And we would rubber stamp an image, and if I had to make a mask, I had to rubber stamp it twice, and then cut out an image. Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm going to have to move you again. Just a little bit, baby bit. Making sure I'm still in the shot. And I did leave a few blank spaces on this drill side because I think I wanted to point out to you, like, when you look through your camera, what did I do with I have to get away from these clear. When you do look through your camera, you'll see any places that you didn't actually drill because, oh, you missed it, you skipped it. Where the heck did it's unbelievable, isn't it? It's see-through, so I can't see it. And that was my problem, as you all know. Part of my problem with these clear cases from Art Dot. I haven't switched them out yet. I haven't done anything other than shop on Temu, but that's a story for another day. Maybe. Who knows? So let me tell you a little bit more about Ivan. Do I have enough light here? Let's see. I don't want to cause a glare. I think I'm doing all right this morning. I'm okay. So you guys know that I start with my darkest color first. They're all printed in white because they're the shade colors. And then I work around my shade colors. So I'm going to be starting with black, of course. It's the darkest color. And I'm only looking for white symbols. I scale it down even more. White symbols only. I don't have to worry about anything else. And black. So I told you a little bit about Ivan. You know, he grew up in Slovakia. And he was a sick little boy who had that disease. I believe he still has it. I would imagine. I don't think it's something that you outgrow, where your bones break very easily. They shatter very easily. Can you imagine? I mean, my son was such an active little boy. I can't imagine. And so he spent a lot of time rehabilitating, and, you know, he drifted off into this world. But I find his stuff to be very dreamlike. I find some of his images, I wonder where they are because they seem historical, some of them. Do I need to put fresh putty in here? I might need to. I find some of his, I love the juxtaposition of having very vibrant and muted colors together. So I know that he goes by a name called Czar for Fusion. I don't know what it means. On Instagram. And so I follow him there because I don't know that I think I have seen Babylon. Oh, I already got a piece of putty on there. You like my little covers from Temu? Little paws. I think I've seen Babylon. And I think that might be the only, maybe a Last Train to Tokyo, but it seems to be almost like that canvas, but not exactly. And what I like about his, I'm going to put fresh putty in here. What I like about his Instagram is that there's a little bit of story with the paintings. I love that. I mean, some artists don't want to give you any kind of information on not that they don't want to give you information. They want you to come to your own conclusion about what you think. What does it have? What kind of a feeling is it evoking? They don't want to be suggestive in any way. Well, I will tell you, when I went to his Instagram and I start looking at the portraits that he has up publicly, I decided that I wanted to become a member of his page. And so for $1.99 a month, I subscribe to his Instagram page and his work and his stories and exclusive content. You could ask him a question, which I haven't yet, but I will be. I would love to get into like a one-on-one discussion with him, and I just love that. So, I mean, I was telling you, like, I think I've seen this portrait on maybe his Instagram, and I believe that I have seen it again, but being that it's member exclusive content, I don't want to share it. But if you are a fan and you love his work and you want to know more about it, more about him, more about these images, where they're taken, I really haven't dived too much into the membership yet, but I know all those things are available to you if you want to know more about this artist. So I will be there. I will be there. I have a bunch of notes on him already. So if we fall into like a trance like I do sometimes and I just start, diamond painting, I will do a voiceover. I'll spare you the music. That sometimes is too loud. All of a sudden you have like you're having a nice calming conversation, and then all of a sudden I go quiet and this blaring music comes in. I can't seem to get the volume right on that through my editing program, and how it transfers over when I upload. It's crazy. New putty. Yay, new putty. And I press it in to the placer instead of putting the placer into the putty, because these are my favorite. These are Star Ore, and they're delicate. They're very thin. They're not as thin, not as thin as this, which I was using. Oh, let me while I'm at it, why not? Let's do it. I have pink putty in here, and I'm still not sure how I feel about this pink putty. You have to use different dyes to color this stuff, and so I think that has a lot to do with it. I know that my subscribers are like, did you get the purple trays yet? I didn't get the purple trays yet. I will be getting the purple trays. I have a few things that I have to order. But again, I had something robbed off my step. Amazon said, oh, you're a Prime member. And they're like, oh, we can get this to you between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Well, the one night that I was falling asleep, I'm waiting for Prime to come. And did they come? No. 10 o'clock, they're like, oh, we're sorry, we're running late. I'm like, all right, I'll wait up a little bit longer. And then it was, oh, we're just going to have to come tomorrow. I'm like, are you serious? So they came, and they didn't follow the instructions by putting it in between my security door and my front door, and they left it on the step. And I don't know what time they came, but one of my neighbors said that there was a guy walking around the neighborhood trying door handles. To break into our cars or steal them. Believe it. Yeah. So who knows if my package was out there? Maybe he said, hey, what's in here? Well, what was in there was, stuck to the thing. What was in there was my Bear Bells protein bars. Now, let me tell you, John came home with these from the gym. And then we were out shopping, and we were at ShopRite, and he said, oh, you got to try. I don't want one. I'm like, they're this expensive. He's like, they're this good. So one day I was scrounging around. He's like, I'm buying an extra one just in case you want to try it. I'm like, no, I won't. I'm leaving for you. You're the one going to the gym. You're the one running out the door. But of course I went downstairs one day, and I was like, I don't know what to eat. I don't know what I want. I don't feel like dirtying anything. I have to, I want to get back to what I'm doing upstairs. And of course I had a Bear Bell in my hand. And I looked at it. I'm like, oh, I can't trust him to do anything on his own. I should have looked at this bar when he bought it. This is no way a protein bar. It's a protein bar. I thought I was eating a candy bar. It is 20 grams of protein. It is 1 gram of fat. It is 3 grams of fiber. And I would have swore to you that it was a candy bar. So where was I? I was on Amazon buying a whole box. So if the guy that was trying the door handles in my neighborhood took my Bear Bells, he's having a party right now. So, see, this has got the pink wax, and it's not picking up. It's not picking up. Not as well as my blue wax. So let's take that out, throw that away. Put a little blue wax in there, and go back to my other pen too. I wanted to show you the skinniness of my Star Ore placer. Now I have this little gadget. This isn't, you put this in your car as an air freshener, and John is like, I had it with the bling in the car, so I use it here now to push my putty in. Okay, and my gel and my wax. So, oh yeah, I wanted to show you. I don't feel like using a short thing today. See, they're not as skinny as your Diamond Art Club and your Diamond Art Club. You're going to need these two, because if you want to multi-place on this canvas, being that it is so tight, and 80s Chick with Glasses just got done. Did she? I know she did Cosmic Spiral. I don't know if she got Babylon. And I was like, we have to talk. She's like, anytime you want, I'm here. But she's really busy with work. So when I see her more on the page, I will pick her brain. She's like, anytime you want, just ask me anything. Because she is I would say a diamond dotter. I know that there's a creator called Diamond Dotter. Is it Corey? Is the Diamond Dotter, and Elisa is the Diamond Stitcher, I think. But 80s Chick with Glasses, she likes to dot, dot, dot. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm seeing you dot one by one. She's like, be still my heart, you're dotting. And I still dot with my multi-placer, as you can tell here. And I will pick up and replace, because I don't, and sometimes I do smudge. Let's see. The gods are always listening. Sometimes I do slide them over, but I just feel like they're never on there the right way if you slide them over. If you're listening and not watching, I'm talking about if you have to move your drill. And sometimes we just slide them over. I always feel like they push back because you're pulling the glue across. So thank you for waiting for me today. I can't believe I don't have an aligner in this group here that I took out. How do I not have an aligner? What is going on with me? Oh, I missed my aligner. So I'm not getting up again either. And look, that's a piece of that pink putty that, again, attached itself to my canvas. I was so tired yesterday because I think I told you guys that my husband knocked the power out. He didn't knock the power out. He knocked the internet out. And let me tell you, I'm taking a deep breath here. Or I'm letting go of the breath that I'm holding. That's more like it. And he's got to go to the gym, and then he decides to do these things. We're both very morally ambitious when it comes to doing things. And so, but something like what he was doing, he really should not have tried to do it walking out the door. But of course he did. And he's like, he's in front of me. I got to go to the gym, or he's got to go on a walk, or whatever he's doing these days. I don't know. All I know is that he's out there roaming around alone. So he's like, I knocked the internet out. I'll look at it when I come home. I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. Because I can't, I ask questions, and I think that I'm not really paying attention. I kind of gloss over when I ask him something, because I don't know, do I really want to know? Do I really want to know what he's doing? So I'm like, don't worry about it, John. I'm just going to videotape. Don't worry about it. I'll wait for you to come back. But I did go downstairs, and I was like, he probably just didn't. He probably unplugged the modem, and he doesn't realize that he's got to reset it. But no, he knocked the internet out. I don't know what he did. But he comes home, and he's playing around with the internet. He's getting more and more frazzled. He has all these, what are they called? I have to show it to you, because right now I can't even think. The power strips. He's got them all over the house. You would think I was married to an electrician. He's got these power strips everywhere, even if there's only one thing plugged into it. He's got a power strip with 20 places to plug things in. He's got one thing plugged in. I don't know. So I said to him when he got home, you did knock the internet out. What are we going to do? And it takes him a while to put things together. I thought I have a hard time processing what I want to say. He has a hard time processing what he wants to do. He starts talking out loud. I think he's talking to somebody, but he's actually talking to himself out loud. All right, I did this. Did that? There's all this background noise going on. I run. I take Foofy and we go. But Foofy anymore, I don't know. He's been hanging out with John a lot. I don't know, maybe because John's home now. He's retired. He knows he's not going anywhere. He's been hanging out with John a lot. So I leave him to fix the internet. Now I'm getting curious. And I'm drained, you know, I'm drained. Like I have to do things. I did the video. Did I do the videotape? Oh, I did the videotaping yesterday, a short one, because I didn't know when anything was going to be, you know, able to be uploaded again. So I did a short video of showing you guys the angel and how I'm going to enhance the drills without taking them off, which I think was a good thing, that I needed a little bit more time with that. Again, morally ambitious. I have these ideas and I just want to jump in. I take you guys along with me, and you guys are so patient. You go right along with any of my craziness that I have going on in my head. But I passed out last night, 8 o'clock. I looked like I fell off a building the way I hit the bed. But I don't sleep long. So I'm up at midnight. And what am I doing? I'm looking for things to do. I'm like, oh, it's midnight. What are we doing? I was talking to Tracy. Tracy's like, I'm up. We've got a snowstorm coming tomorrow. It's only 10 o'clock here. So I was talking to her on the subscriber page. I call it a page. I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from. The subscriber channel. So I was talking to her a little bit. But now he gets up. He's like, oh, this woman, she never sleeps. I'm like, John, I fell asleep at like 8 o'clock. Like, you wore me out. I still don't know what the hell you did. I don't know how you knocked the internet out, the network out. He's like, well, I'm up now. I'm going to go do something too. And I'm up. What am I doing? I got a delivery from Temu, and I start unpackaging the stuff that I got. Now, Temu sent me, you know, they got that. It annoys the hell out of me. I just want to get to my page. I want to see what I ordered and when it's coming. But you can't bypass this spinning wheel that they have. So I don't know. I guess I was bored one night. I was like, yeah, let this wheel spin. I got to know what this wheel is about. They were like, pick 3 free gifts. So I do that. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're going to get 2 more. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm just going along with them thinking that they're not serious. Well, let me tell you, they were serious. Because I got my first free gift. I couldn't even believe it. So they don't give you all your gifts at once. I said, oh, that must be the hitch. You place an order. Your free gift is in the bag. You know, you place an order. I did that. I'm like, they probably want me to, they're like, don't forget, come back tomorrow and get your other free gift. And I'm like, yeah, okay. They want you to order something. So I didn't pay attention. Last night I get on it and they're like, you missed 2 free gifts. You're going to take your what is it? I got 1, 2, 3. You're going to get your 4th free gift. I'm like, yeah, okay. Let me see what these people are talking about. And I had gotten a little furry bed for Foofy, like a little furry blanket, but it's a pet blanket because he likes to lay on my yoga mat. And they're like, okay, here you go. Just check out. I'm like, yeah, okay, check out. How much do I got to spend? Nothing. They sent me it for free. It's on its way. I got a lot of stuff for my cafe room. I got a lot of like glasses and things to hold my Nespresso pods. I got a little stand to put all my stuff in. I got a little, I watch Operation Nikki is she on Instagram? Yeah, because she only does like minute shorts. She had these little containers that have like all her little, like she has like maybe little sugary things in one, like stuff that she puts on her coffee. I'm not going to do all that. I have like coffee cubes in there, but it's so cute. I'm like, oh, my little cafe room is coming out so nicely. So I got this bench. I'll show you towards the end. And it needs to be put together, but it's a little vanity bench. It's a little white furry one. I'll show you when we get done. I don't want to move this camera. But the feet had to be put on. All right. So it's a little vanity bench, and you can lift the little seat up and you can put things in there. I'm like, this is so cute because I'm sitting on my bolster again, but maybe I want to sit on like a little vanity bench. It's not too high because this desk is not high. It's not too high, but I could sit on a vanity bench. Well, I really can't, but it looks cute in this room now, and it has storage, and I'll put my, maybe I can set up my stuff to put in there for the night before because I like being ready. I like being ready to film. That I do every night. But I'm up, I'm on Temu. I'm like, oh, I can't believe that they're going to send me this. Like, and I didn't have to buy anything. Like, it's free. I go in. I see him with the light on. Oh, no, he came in the room. I'm in the darkness now. I'm trying to fall back to sleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. He comes in my room. He's got this band wrapped around his head with lights on it, like he's going down into a mine. I'm like, John, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't be off duty. I can't leave this man alone. I first of all, I'm like, I said to him, you knocked out the internet. What made you get tools in your hand? You know that you're not handy. It's okay. Do you need a support group that you could say it out loud? I'm not a handyman. I don't know how to do anything around the house. I turned my back on you for 5 minutes. You're walking around with tools. You knocked the internet out. Okay? So, the guy that lived here before, his name was Jerry. And he was a handyman. If you go down in my basement, he left all his tools here. When they sold the house, they left all his tools there. Like, we don't want them. They're the tools that have the wooden handles. Like, they're the real deal. There's no plastic involved. They're the wooden ones. He got a pegboard. Every tool had a place that you put things in. I said to my husband, do you remember when Gene Hackman kidnapped Superman and he took him to the land of kryptonite? You're not allowed in that back room. It's kryptonite for you. You can't go in that room. Oh, I left him alone. He knocked the internet out. Now he's in my room at 3 o'clock in our room. I'm up. I'm on Temu. I got my own problems. I'm shopping still. I'm like, he's got this tool thing on his head. It was probably Jerry's. You know, I talked to Jerry. I talked to him. Because he told me when he bought this house and he made settlement that he went to every Sunday, John would get up. It was his one day off from the post office. He would get up and he would go to the Italian market on 9th Street. And he would go to Sarcone's, which is a famous bakery here in Philly. Old. They're over 100 years old. And practically every sandwich maker in Philly uses Sarcone's bakery. But I think it's gotten like out of control. And now Lissio's is another brand that sandwich makers are using here in Philly. But Sarcone's is a famous bakery, and there's a really great sandwich shop here in Philly. Like, everybody goes to Angelo's. I've been going to Angelo's since he was not in South Philly. He was in, I believe, Hamilton. I think I found him in Hamilton. And now he's back in he's from Philly. Him and his wife are from South Philly. And he used to make Sarcone's bread. So that's what he uses for his sandwiches. So famous that when Bradley Cooper came here, he and Bradley Cooper are now partners. It's called Danny and Coops. And I hear that in New York, they're killing it. They're waiting hours online for the cheesesteaks. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Danny is one of the most hardworking people. I can go on and on and on about what it took for him to open up this place in South Philly, and he was just killing it from the time he opened the doors. But so John goes every Sunday. We have this luxury of being in South Philly and having Sarcone's bread at our disposal, but you have to go early in the morning. So he said when he made settlement, he got up that first week that he was in the house. He got up on Sunday morning, just like he does all the time. And he goes to, I did. And he went to Sarcone's bakery and he bought bread, but he didn't just buy bread for himself. He said, I'm going to buy bread for all my neighbors, my new neighbors. And he put loaves of bread on everybody's step. But Jerry used to do the same thing. So the neighbors were kind of freaked out. Like, did he know Jerry? This new guy that's living in Jerry's house, Jerry had passed away. So I said to John, I said, that was so nice. Jerry used to do that and now you do it? And he's like, no. He said, I did it that one time. He said, I just felt like I wanted to do something for my new neighbors. And they all told me that Jerry used to do it. Now, John is not, he said, I just had this feeling that I had to buy bread for everybody. Well, that was Jerry whispering in your ear. So now I talk to Jerry. I talk to Jerry anytime he goes in the back basement. I'm like, Jerry, he's got your tools in his hand. Please guide his hands. Guide his hands, Jerry. He's got your tools. So now I'm telling him this, like, why did you have tools in your hand and I wasn't there? He's like, no, I didn't have tools in my hand. He tells me this morning. Because I'm telling you, I did ask him and I must have blacked out because I need to conserve my energy. When he tells a story, it goes on and on. I said, well, how did you knock the internet out? Are you ready? I don't even know if I should turn the camera around. I swear I was going to tell you guys this on a break. He said he goes swimming in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. He's still on his mealman schedule. He's up. He goes to it used to be the YMCA. My cousin Geraldine ran the YMCA for years where I used to go to camp. Now it's called Fitness Works. And he goes there and he swims in the morning and he lifts some weights. Okay. Then he comes home and he gets a shower and everything, and he gets ready for his walk. He goes and meets his friend and he walks down the lakes. He walks for, I don't know. They walk 5 miles. They walk 3 times around Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR, the lakes, we used to call it. That's where Hollywood Hill was, where we all used to get suntanned with baby oil and iodine and all that. Anyway, so he goes to the lakes, but he came home with the wet bathing suit, and instead of going in the back basement where the washer and dryer is, you know, where Jerry's stuff is, and hanging it on the line, he decided to plug my space heater in and hang the bathing suit near the space heater. Well, what do you think happened? The space heater overheated. He was going to dry his bathing suit. It overheated and he must have blew the circuit, whatever he did. I don't know. Like I said, I black out at some point because I have to conserve my energy when he's telling me something. Now he's in the back room. I said, oh my God, I fell asleep. I can't even rest. He's got this tool thing on, wrapped around his head with the light on, like he's going in a mine. I'm like, what? I'm like, John, do you have any tools on you? He's like, well, I have to take my pedal board apart. When he said pedal board and it was something that he owned, I didn't even care at that point. I blacked out again. I said, all right, I'm going in the room. I'm shopping on Temu. So that's why I wasn't on here last night. That's why my night is day. My day is night again. And I came home. He said something before he left. I'm trying to remember what he said. Because they got a late start. They're walking around the lake, and let me see, whatever time it is, it's like 90 minutes. Like they start walking around the lake at like 9:30, so he'll be in the door at 11. And I know he said he had something to do. I forgot what it was. I didn't forget. I black out. And that's what's going on in the Pescator household. That's what's happening here. Oh, I know what I had to tell you guys. I'm all discombobulated again with where my stuff is because I don't know how this whole thing with the space heater and the internet, but somehow we switched desks, me and John. He was clearing, I think he cleared everything off his desk because that's where the modem was and everything. And he said, can I put this stuff on your desk while I, straighten out what happened here? I was like, yeah, okay. He's like, oh, I was like, oh, I said, look at your desk. It's so nice. It goes up and down. I'm trying not to sit as much. I would love to get a desk that goes up and down. He goes, well, I'll trade you. I like your desk. I think we just want to have something different. He's like, I like your desk. I'll trade you. And so now, Woman in Gold is on that desk. And I can stand up and do it because I was watching one of my old diamond painters. I miss her so much. I don't know what happened to her. Meaghan Diamond Paints. And I think she was one of the first creators to give me a shout out. And that's how I found her. And she's so sweet. And I don't know what happened. I know that she had like a lot. She wasn't like consistently on YouTube. And hopefully she found... I know that she had other things that she enjoyed. I know that she was a Spangler fan, so she was doing her Spangler. But she would diamond paint with an easel. And I think I tried it once with a I have like a bamboo stand that your iPad goes on. And I think I tried it and I'm like, maybe I can try using that again where I stand up in diamond paint because I have these like these trays and they interlock and they're like a palette and I could stand up in diamond paint just like acrylic paint or whatever. So I was thinking about that and then when he said, "Well, I really like yours, do you want to change?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So John has my red desk. I'm going to get underneath here. And I have his, oh, they all fell off. I have his desk that goes up and down. But these are also black, so I'm not going to worry about moving them. So I'll be back downstairs diamond painting, which I miss because my TV is down there. Not that I watch TV, you guys know that. I did want to tell you guys too, somebody else that I got back in touch with, one I really felt out of touch with, but Starbright 70. I don't even know how I found her. Oh, I think I found her because she does these amazing videos for her diamond painting. She writes diamond painting songs, but she also has like a community for scripture. So if like I listen to all different things when I'm diamond painting, if you want to like listen to scripture and do a little Bible study with her, you can. I just find it again uplifting, and especially now we're during the season of Lent and Easter. I forgot to get another tray here that I could put on top. Hopefully the next color that I pull out is actually in one of my storage containers and not in here. But she has the cutest little videos that she does. And she does them all. She does all the animation herself and everything else. Speaking of animation, going back to Ivan, when I joined his membership, he will take his he will take his portraits that he doesn't have on the main page and he puts a little motion to them. And I'm telling you, I was so moved that I was getting a little teary-eyed at when you see these canvases move a little bit. I'm sure it's just like a little live. If you take a video and I guess that's what it is. If you take a video live and they have it's just like a 3-second clip, but it was so moving to see like the clouds moving all. It was so pretty. I really enjoyed looking at it that way. And I to turn these around. Let's see. Are any here's my black. These are the black ones, so they go here. And my white ones go here. I have my case divided in black symbols and white symbols. So I'm not looking all over the place when I need something. It was so beautiful to see that movement through the snapshot. Really pretty. And yay, amen. I have one of my trays that I can use here. And they're not too full. They're getting a little skinny here. I know that I have too much in here, but I just wanted to get, the whole reason for getting these was that I wanted to not have drills laying around. So what I do now is like where I placed my black drills, I look to see what is around them, and this is why. And do I have any other Y's around these black drills? No. So I'm gonna be right here. And again, why is my putty? I keep touching the drill space. What are you doing here, girl? So I work with one section. I'm gonna work my way into here. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to use my placer anymore. It seems like I can use my placer for one color, but anything around it. It's like, you're on your own now, kid. Start dotting. Yeah, so it kind of just moved me to tears. I love the imagery that he uses. It looks like a memory out of your past, or like this is absolutely a memory out of my past. It reminds me of my bedroom at my other home, at my home. I live in John's home, which is our home now. We're married, but it looks like the home that I had. Keep dropping drills here. What's going on? I don't know that let me try this one. All different feels, right? That's why I like having multiple I don't really just diamond paint with one stylus, one diamond pen. I seem to have a diamond pen for all different things. A diamond pen. I thought I said pin. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I did have a big cup of Corsica this morning. Woo! Big cup. I'm still reading my book. I'm still reading Anne Napolitano, and I saw my neighbor who told me to get the book. And I said, guess what? She went, what? I went, so-and-so, this just happened. She's like, who's that? I'm like, it's the book. Who else do you think I'm talking about that would have this kind of thing going on? So, and I have 3 of my girlfriends reading it. My one girlfriend is one of 4 sisters. My other girlfriend just likes kind of books like this. And as I was telling you, if you missed it in my last video, this author is also the author of Dear Edward. Now, I'm going to try and go back. I didn't know that she was the author of Dear Edward, but I'm going to try and go back to Dear Edward and revisit that that series on Apple TV. I'm going to see if I can handle it. At the time, I couldn't handle it. I just found it just to be too heavy. So, but I'm going to see if I can handle it now. So around this black one are these blue brackets, and they're here. I just looked to see where's the black at, and they're here. So let's do the blue brackets, and they're here. Okay. Hopefully, blue bracket. Are you in a diamond painting tray? Of course you're not. Are you not? You're not. Oh, I have to get more of these. Here it is, the blue bracket. But I have my big long art dot tray here. Yeah, so I miss Meaghan. I miss her. She's a Southern girl. She had that slow... She's like a cool glass of sweet tea. She had that slow draw. I miss her. You know, you find your diamond painters, and she became part of my day. When I was diamond painting, I would listen to her, or I would listen to Katie or Anthony or Mia. But I haven't really had a chance to really listen to anybody. I just caught up to Lizette, and she was talking about she has a great eye, and she was talking about a diamond painting that she wanted from Patty Wax, but that the shipping to Paris and to France is just too expensive. But I went to go see which one she was looking at. I was like, oh, this is fabulous. She has a great eye for, we almost have the same type of art that we like. And what she's doing now, oh God, they're gorgeous. She is now looking to have 10 whips open at one time. I think she said she only has 9 open, but she's looking to do 10. I don't know if Lizette does whip and chats. Did I ever really see her diamond paint? I know that I tune in for her updates, and she'll show you her Josephine Wall that she's doing from the one with the diamond painting. And like she'll give you like a progress report, or am I just in the member section? I don't know. And I haven't caught up to Anthony, and he has so many unboxings that he's doing, and I miss him. I miss his whip and chats. I don't know if I've missed one recently. Did I just drop one? Okay, at least I dropped it where it had to go, and then it's upside down. I haven't been able to catch up with Mia because Sundays have been difficult for me. I do now. I've gone back to Self-Care Sunday. Here's black and here's brackets. So this is how I conquer. It started with just, I haven't conquered not dropping drills into my tray, dropping my hand to my tray yet. And I have drills everywhere, and I don't have my fingertip moistener here that I use to dampen my finger and pick up my drills. I don't even have my water bottle here. What's going on? Where is everything? What's going on? Where's my water bottle? My little pink one. Where did it go? I don't even see it out anywhere. I'm telling you, I moved something around, but I like having my fingertip moistener on my fingertips for picking up drills. There we go. Not too bad. We did it. We did it. Are you a broken one? No. So, I totally forgot what I was talking about. It went out of my head. It'll come back. We'll talk about something else. It comes around again. Here we go. One got away. Let's just pick you up and put you down. Oh, so I was talking about conquering confetti. This is how I conquer confetti, but then this is just the way I diamond paint now all the time. Whether it's an easy kind of color blocking canvas, which I don't have. I was thinking about now that Angel is done, and he was supposed to be done in February. The female Angel was done in January, and then I got cocky, you know. I was like, oh, I'm doing really well with this, and you know, February is really only 28 days. I'll be cool. And no, that didn't happen. I got behind, and he didn't get done until March. And March was supposed to be my mermaid. I thought I was going to do mermaids in May, but then I took Ivan out because I wanted to do a get to know the artist, which I was calling a master class. But then I feel like, is that really the right name for what I'm doing? I'm really just telling you about the artist. I'm not showing you technique or really even explaining the artistic technique that Ivan is using here, other than, you know, what I see, which is like muted colors and vibrant colors and maybe a little bit of history and dreamlike quality and maybe even some historical type of emotion or content goes into his canvases. Like, I look at this Visions from the Past, and to me it looks kind of gothic. It kind of looks like it could be a castle, and that's what I mean. It's not just light, it's not just this vibrant color and muted color that he uses, but it's also this feeling of being somewhere in the past, like in a gothic type of castle. But then you look out at the skyline and you could tell it's like present day with jumbotrons and stuff. So that seems to be what I get out of his artistic style. He likes to juxtapose color and places. From what I can see, I'm trying to get one of these off because I picked up too many. Still trying to use my placer when I can. But I can't, like I said, this space is so tight. And I've been watching also, trying to like get myself in the mood to just dot. I have been watching people that do big canvases. Even this one guy, I don't know who's I watching. I'll have to look at my history. And he was doing a Disney castle, and the whole background was like maybe like this shade of blue, and he was dotting everyone. He wasn't using a placer. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you could just use a small placer, like a 3 placer or a 4 placer. You're gonna dot all these one by one. Yep, he did. But then it was also ASMR, so maybe that's why he was doing it that way. I'm like trying to get myself in the mood to just be a dotter. I took too big of a space here, and I don't have anywhere to put my tray. So I really could use, of course it's not out. It was out. I have a little silicone mat that I could put underneath. I use it for when I do seals, like wax seals. It was out here staring at me for the past few days. I had it out. I was like, oh, I miss my little wax, my little silicone mat that I have. And of course I must have put it away. That's one thing about cleaning up your desk the night before. You put everything away that you're still maybe going to work with, because I never know what's going to happen. I never know what's going to come my way. I also wanted to give you guys another tip yesterday when I was cleaning up my art room about hanging up your canvases. So maybe we'll get to that too if I remember. If not, it'll come back out when I do my enhancements. So here's black, here's black, here's black, here's some more in here. You're upside down. I don't like not having another tray to cover this, so I might have to get up and take a break. So that's what I was saying earlier on when I was saying, like, you look for your symbols, and even me with having this scaled down with only looking at white, because see, I missed a black one here. Speak of the devil. Sometimes, when you empty your tray out and there's that one drill that it doesn't want to leave the party, leave them there. Because you just might, when you're doing your next symbol, come across one that you missed, and you're like, oh, wait, I left him in the tray. There's another tip for you. Or then he'll just become part of the gang from when we all have those, doesn't want to pick up. We all have those containers that have mixed drills in them. That's another thing I don't do anymore. I used to, when my drills would get, when I would accidentally pour one drill into, I was like, oh my God, I just put these back in the wrong container. And I used to take them out and I would separate them. Be like a meditation moment for me. I would get my little aligner and I would put it on a piece of marble and I would go black, blue, black, blue, black, white, whatever it was. Now I just mark the container with my China marker, crayon, a pastel, whatever you have, and I write, this is what's in, 923 is in here and 310 is in here. And when I come to that area, they're usually together anyway. And I diamond paint two at a time. Two at a time. So did I get all my brackets? I did. So now I got my black down. I got the blue down. And now I go to see what is the next white symbol that is next to these guys. So there's none. Well, oh, I see. I missed a bunch of the Y's. Were they in the tray? I thought they were in the tray. Oh, they're still out. So I missed a bunch of the Y's here. We'll put them in. This is not hard to open. This is me with these nails. Just make sure that they're closed. I didn't snap one closed and my drills fell out the side. And I do love that little popping sound. So great. Let's see if I can get 4 in here. I could, because I could pick up more. I use this tape as like a masking tape. Or I'll pick up more than I need. So I get a nice clean edge. Put these back. So, snap closed. Here we go. Are you big enough to fit on top of here? Oh yeah, you are. So I can put these back without getting up. Let's see. Let's see if I can not make a mess. Yeah, I really could have some down the bottom, but I'm going to break my vibe, Not a good idea. Don't do like me. This is why I do all these things on camera. So that you know. Don't do that. Do this. Do some things, but don't do that. And I miss my aligner. Okay, I have to get my tools. And we're back. I got a blue tray. And this is another tip, if you have these in different colors, you can even use this as like, well, I know I have my pink drills in the pink thing, in the pink tray, and the blue drills in the blue tray. But I still mark. You can tell I still have like remnants of my crayon or China marker, and it just wipes right off. Okay. You're done. Bracket is done. What is next? What is going on? Oh, here's bracket. Oh, are you kidding me? Come out back again, bracket. It's one straight line. I don't have my tweezer either. I don't use a tweezer, but now I want it because the end of it picks up these very easily. I'm using my nails, which I'm trying not to do that these days. Let's see here. See if I can get these all in here because it's tight. Okay, 3 more. Even though there's not, I didn't place these in between 2 sets of drills, you still heard that crunch. That's how tight this space is. But I'm getting used to it. Like I said, it's not so tight. And I keep looking at these drills. I keep looking to see, are they moving? Are they popping in any way? No. So not. Where am I going now? I have, these are in white. That's bordering the next section. I have a bunch of R's. Here's a G. I'm looking to see if there's any spots that have, it seems to be this. Here's a bunch of Y's too. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what's going on here. I took too big of a section. I really should have just kept it narrow. So I know now for the next time, it's got to be a smaller section. I can't take these big sections because I'm going up and down and back and forth. I should just stay in one section. So it's never too late. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to stay. What section am I going to stay? I'm going to stay here in this green section. I see G's here. I see G's here. Let's do this plant leaf. I took too big of a section. Getting cocky. See how nice they go in when you have when you put one on top of the other. G. Oh, good. You have your own tray. Oh, but you have this art dot tray. So, did they fall out? Look, they fell out. This is why I don't like these trays. I don't like them. I hesitated when I went to go put these in here because I thought the lid was still on. And that's the other thing. You don't know if the lid is on. You don't know if the lid is off. I haven't switched these out yet because I like the aesthetic of them. I like that they look pretty, but that's all they are. So what I'm going to do probably when I have to do something for like an aesthetic type of throw this way a photo, I'm going to fill these up with drills of all different colors just to have them do something. Because the big ones I threw in the trash. I was actually going to say, if anybody wants these, I'll send them to you. And I was like, no, why would I torment other people? So I threw them away. And I love Art Dot. I keep saying it. Art Dot, I love you. But this was really bad. Really bad. And I know there are people that are going to love them. Did not love this. And now, these drill trays were so hard to open. And I think after you open them a couple of times, you really have to be careful. You really have to be careful. You're not going to cause a catastrophe. Okay, guys, I am over an hour. I just wanted to show you my little stool here that I got from Temu, but John put the legs on, so I'm not going to sit on it or anything. I have to inspect it first. But here's how the lid comes off. I have little stuff in there, my art stuff. And then I have this hanging, and I hanger a certain way to keep that really steady on there. I'll show you that little tip when we get to enhancing drills without taking them off. So that's it for me today. He just kills me when he sleeps. Hi, Foofy. Everybody said, send Foofy love. Send him love. Hi, Daddy. You want to say hello to everybody? No? And give a kiss? No? No, no. That means num-num. That's the num-num face. Mommy's going to go get another cup of coffee. And I will see you, what is today, Thursday? Oh, so lost. I'm glad I got this out of the way. I'm glad that John didn't come in and disrupt me with questions. And I will see you. Oh, I was talking about like what's next, being that he's finished, but I want to get him done, and then go into March. And I think that Ivan is just a little bit too intense for me to take on another. What's the other one that I have? I have Queen of the Raptors. But, you know, getting to know that artist is, he is amazing, another amazing artist. And I will see you tomorrow. We'll be doing something. Something will be happening. Maybe I'll be standing up painting. Maybe. Who knows? Gonna go get some coffee. See you in the next one. Bye. So I was able to find that cruise ship that I altered the background a little bit. And I don't know how I did this. I am actually on that cruise ship, not at the moment. I'm off that cruise ship. It's kind of just floating, and we are being taken to a private island. Because I was wondering, like, how, you know, I hear myself at one point say, like, there's our ship, and it was the Norwegian Dawn, and it was out of every cruise that I have ever taken. I don't think that I will ever cruise anybody else but Norwegian. I always had the best time. You know, Doc came out of New York, that's for sure, because there's the Statue of Liberty. I have no idea how I filmed this. I have no idea how I did that background, but somewhere in my mind, maybe that's why, you know, I'm so drawn to Ivo Valachovic. Look at the water even. There's like these like red waves that are coming out of there. And it's so cool. I love it. I wish I knew how I did it. I have no idea.